So we damn near have an all-out war going on in the Red Sea. There have been many attacks on shipping container vessels for months now. Ever since October 7th, the Hamas attack, they have been ramping it up, and the United States keeps playing world police, which, in this situation is not really a bad thing. I'll be honest. I don't tend to agree with the United States playing world police, but when it comes to something like this, what threat are these shipping container vessels? Why are these people attacking these shipping container vessels? We just had the United States shoot down a buttload of missiles and sink a bunch of Houthi rebel boats out in the Red Sea, so it's almost an all-out war going on over there. We've got lawfare all over the damn place. We got Attorney General up in Maine that took Trump off the ballot, got swatted. Several other people can continue to get swatted. I don't see the point in why these people keep swatting these public figures like this. I don't understand what the point is behind it. It's not really a prank. You're wasting time of the police, for one, and you're not doing any good with swatting somebody. What, you're affecting their day-to-day lives for a little while? I mean, what's the real point in that? I don't get it, folks. But look, maybe I'm out of touch. I don't know. What's up, everybody? How the hell's your day going? It's almost 2024, and 2024 is shaping up to be a very interesting year, if I must say so myself. We've got a presidential election coming up, and it's going to be a spicy one, I must say, because we have to get Biden out of office. This guy cannot remain. He is destroying this country, in my opinion, and we've got to do something about it, folks. And it's looking more and more like at least Biden is not going to be in office anymore. The polling is looking very favorable to Donald Trump, and I just can't see Biden making it through. I just can't see it. But enough of my ranting about, like I said, this is Legitical Response. We cover political news, so if you want to keep up to date with all of that stuff, smash that subscribe button for me. Turn on your notifications so every time I pop out a video, it'll come up in your feed and you'll know about it. And if you could, do me a big favor and smash that like button. It sure would be a big help. Now, let's get into some news, because I'm tired of ranting about headlines and whatnot. So, check this out, y'all. California law banning most firearms in public is taking effect as the legal fight over it continues. Yes. Democrats want to take your guns, right? There's no two ways about it. They keep saying common sense gun laws. So common sense gun laws. A California law that bans people from carrying firearms in most public places will take effect on New Year's Day, even as a court case continues to challenge the law. A U.S. district judge issued a ruling December 20th to block the law from taking effect, saying it violates the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution and deprives people of their ability to defend themselves and their loved ones. And from looking into this law, I would have to agree with that judge. But on Saturday, a federal appeals court put a temporary hold on the district judge's ruling. The appeals court decision allows the law to go into effect as the legal fight continues. Attorneys are scheduled to file arguments to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in January and in February. A law signed by Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom prohibits people from carrying concealed guns in 26 places, including public parks, playgrounds, churches, banks, and zoos. The ban applies regardless of whether the person has a permit to carry a concealed weapon. One exception is for privately owned businesses that put up signs saying people are allowed to bring guns on their premises. The ruling will allow our common sense gun laws to remain in place while we appeal the district court's dangerous ruling, Newsom posted on X, formerly of Twitter, after the appeals court acted Saturday. Californians overwhelmingly support efforts to ensure that places like hospitals, libraries, and children's playgrounds remain safe and free from guns. And they call this common sense gun laws, right? And on its surface, when you look at it, like, okay, banning guns from hospitals and children's playgrounds and other places like that, yeah, that makes sense, right? Right? When you dig a little bit deeper and you think about this for just 1 second, okay? What is the main MO of criminals and degenerates and people that just like to go around breaking laws or looking to rob somebody? What is their MO? What do they do? What is on their mind, right? Breaking the law. So they don't care about laws. So basically, you're telegraphing to all these criminals that, hey, people are going to be vulnerable in hospitals, at zoos, at other public places, children's playgrounds. They're not going to have any guns because all these people follow the law because they're good citizens, right? So we can bring our gun to these places and they're not going to have any guns. Yeah, that's where the common sense bit of all this falls completely apart. And that is the exact reason the Second Amendment to the Constitution was put into place. So people could carry a firearm with them. If somebody comes up to rob them, they can defend themselves. I never understood why these people want to take guns away from people. We have the Second Amendment, so you're never going to get rid of guns. You would have to confiscate every single gun from every single American all across the United States to be able to have true freedom and safety from gun violence. Well, we have a Second Amendment, so you're not going to be able to do that. So you might as well let these people carry their guns with them so they can defend themselves. They love to give you the statistics around gun violence and all this other stuff all the damn time. They love to feel, oh, we need to curb gun violence. We need to curb gun violence. But you know what? They never give you the statistic of people that actually have guns that either stop or prevent crimes because they had their guns. It's a very high rate, but they don't like to give out those numbers because it goes against their narrative. And their narrative is they want the criminals to be the only people with guns because to them, the criminals are misunderstood. You just don't understand these people. They've been rejected from society their whole life. They've been oppressed and they're just expressing themselves. It's all a bunch of BS, folks. It is all a bunch of BS. So when you look at the common sense gun laws and you critically think about that for just a minute, the common sense falls off and you just have gun laws, which we have an amendment to protect us from those laws. And these people, once again, are going against the Constitution. Every time we start talking about Democrats, they're always trying to undermine the Constitution, but yet they'll get up in front of a podium, in front of a camera, and say, we're defending the Constitution. By what? By how? Exactly how are you defending the Constitution? You're taking Trump off the ballot, not giving the people the right to vote for who they want to vote for. You're taking Roger's gun away from him, not letting him have the right to protect himself and his family from somebody who may want to rob or kill him for any reason. So exactly how are you defending the Constitution? These are the same people that go to Twitter or X, right? Instagram and Facebook and censor people for their viewpoints. Once again, going against the Constitution, the First Amendment. These are the same people that would say every single day that they're defending the Constitution all the damn time, but when you look at their actions, they're trying to get rid of the Constitution. All they want is power. And please, if you're a Democrat, do not give these people that power. The California Rifle and Pistol Association sued to block the law. When U.S. District Judge Cormac Carney granted a preliminary injunction blocking the law, he wrote that the law was sweeping repugnant to the Second Amendment and openly defiant of the Supreme Court. That's right. We have been gaining major victories with the Supreme Court as far as gun laws. And they're trying to put a stop to that. That's all it is. Carney wrote that gun rights groups are likely to succeed in improving it unconstitutional, meaning it would be permanently overturned. The laws overhauls California's rules for concealed carry permits in light of the U.S. Supreme Court's decision in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association v. Buren, which set several states scrambling to react with their own laws. That decision said the constitutionality of gun laws must be assessed by whether they are consistent with the nation's historical tradition of firearm regulation. Newsom has said he will keep pushing for stricter gun measures. Exactly. They want to take your guns, folks. Newsom has positioned himself as national leader on gun control while he is being increasingly eyed as a potential presidential candidate. He has called for and signed a variety of bills, including measures targeting untraceable ghost guns, the marketing of firearms to children, and allowing people to bring lawsuits over gun violence. That legislation was patterned on a Texas anti-abortion law. How is that related? California Attorney General Rob Bonta appealed Carney's decision. Bonta, a Democrat, said that if the district judge's ruling to block the law were allowed to stand, it would endanger communities by allowing guns in places where families and children gather. Like I said earlier, Guy, if you will listen to some common sense there for a minute, buddy, criminals don't care about your laws. That's why they are criminals. So you're just allowing criminals to go into a place, a safe zone, and you're pretty much giving them free rein to do whatever the hell they want. Because once again, criminals don't care about your laws. They're going to bring their guns or whatever anywhere they want to because they are criminals. You're just taking the right of somebody to defend themselves away from that person. That's all you're doing. You're not making these places safer. You're making it more dangerous. You're making the people that go there more vulnerable to violent attacks. How? How are these people logically coming up with that decision to say we're not going to allow law-abiding citizens to carry guns into these places? That's basically what they're saying, but they won't say that, right? These places are safe from guns from law-abiding citizens. They could care less about the criminal because the criminal, once again, could care less about the law. The California Pistol and Rifle Association's president, Chuck Michael, said in a statement that under the law, gun permit holders wouldn't be able to drive across town without passing through a prohibited area and breaking the law, Michael said. Criminals are deterred when law-abiding citizens can defend themselves. And he is totally correct. It's not going to stop totally a criminal from committing crimes, right? But it can be a deterrent to that. You're making places safer by allowing law-abiding citizens to carry guns into these places. If you make a bunch of safe zones, you are just putting a target on those safe zones for criminals to go to because they know that nobody else is going to have a gun, so they can feel safe going there with their gun to rob people, kill people, do whatever the hell they want to do. It's all a bunch of BS, folks, and we as people need to cut out these talking points. We need to listen to reason. We need to listen to actual common sense. Safe zones, these gun-free zones, are not safe. They are targets, folks.
That's all they are. And that's all I got for this one, y'all. I want everybody, let me know how you feel about this in the comments section, right? Are these gun-free zones really safe? Do you feel safe going into a gun-free zone? I know I sure as hell don't. Every time I think about it now, I think, holy crap, man, I wish I had a gun. But, like I said, let me know what you think down in the comments. Are we going to win our gun rights? Are these people ever going to stop trying to take our guns away from them? And do you agree? Let me know. Do you agree? If we got rid of every single gun in the United States, in the world, would that make the world a safer place? I think by definition it would. Slightly safer. People are still going to find ways to kill other people, though. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think. And that's all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching. And just as a reminder, if you're new around here, smash that subscribe button for me. And if you could, it would be appreciated. Smash that like button if you love the Second Amendment. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching, everybody. And y'all be positive. Peace.